everyone, welcome to a very special episode of Spinner Reviews. With me today is my good friend, musician, Christian Marcello.
Hey.
Yep, we're going to be talking about maybe some of his toward the end, but today I brought him here. Today's a bit of a milestone, well, yesterday, at the time that we're recording this, don't want to break the illusion there. So 5 years ago, when I was just starting out on this weird site called YouTube in 2011, little 14-year-old me saw a few Anthony Fantano videos and thought, you know, I'm gonna give this whole album reviewing thing a try. 5 years later, we're in a slightly better place, arguably. Today, we're going to be looking back at the very first review I ever did, which, of course, was a video one. It was always H the best. And I'm joined by Christian here just as sort of an outside perspective, because I've known for you for, what, like 2 years at this point?
About, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like you were biased by like, oh no, you were cool back then too. You can properly roast the crap out of me if there's something that's roastable.
I'll lay into you if I need to.
Thank you.
And I've never seen this video ever in my life, so it's all brand new to me. So.
Good. I'm so glad you didn't binge as soon as I told you about this channel.
Maybe I should have.
I mean, this is a channel I'm putting music on now, but you know, it used to be kind of a whatever thing. I deleted all my other reviews that I put up around this time, but I had to keep this one just for archive's sake, I suppose. So let's start watching it without any further ado right now.
Well, it's summer, and what better way to spend your summer vacation than by listening to me talk about Journey for over 10 minutes?
Oh, how cute! I thought it was so soft. Oh, I'm holding up a picture of the.
It's not even the album.
Printed out.
First album review.
Does it matter that I haven't heard
start off with?
Not at all. It is
Eclipse. Right here. This is Journey's 14th studio album overall, and their second one.
Oh man! And the funny thing is, I'm so enthusiastic.
That's what some of you are thinking right now.
It's like somebody
this is the band
kidnapped you and put you in this room and forced you to review this album against your will.
No, it was starting off there because no one else was talking about this album at all.
Understandably so.
Prog rock jazz fusion band. Then Steve Perry joined in 1978.
Thanks for the history lesson, Mark. We really appreciate it. All of you
I've been
care.
looking on YouTube and
You know what's unfortunate about this? This was before the iPhone days. This is the iPod Touch days.
Well, I would say I like the little history lesson because I don't think anybody's thought of Journey in like the past 5 years.
I personally disagree with.
More than that.
That revelation I was talking about earlier, I noticed that on the closing track, Journey Revelation,
I hadn't heard of a jump cut, apparently.
Actually hinted at a proggier style. It's like this very interesting 5-minute instrumental with a lot of different sections in it.
Probably not.
And it's because when I first heard this album, Eclipse, I was
Thanks for showing the album cover. It's very important you know that what that weird bug robot thing looks like. Thank you. Did I need the fan going in the background, by the way? Like, that's just super distracting.
Kind of creepy. It looks like you're about to be abducted.
It looks like I'm trying to put some halo over my head too with that lighting. And this is an exclusively 2011 thing because my lighting's been horrible until like 6 months ago. But still.
Pop rock genius here. That they're not getting as many hits as they used to, and they just said, screw it, we're doing what we want.
Like I said, the street and force you to read Journey's Wikipedia page in 5 minutes, and then you just regurgitate it.
Basically. You can see some points where it's like, I think I'm emoting, but in a way they're like the most cringy parts of it.
He doesn't just fill the shoes.
Oh!
That was a nice touch.
Why must my speaker hate me so much?
Okay, see, that... Okay, see, I wasn't afraid of a joke here, and see, that was when my speaker did have that problem of making that exact noise every time, so, okay, I'll give you one, that was an entertainment, that was okay.
Comic relief,
yeah.
That really lightened the mood.
And boy, did we need some relief.
I've ever heard. Ever. But disclaimer.
That was
okay, I'll give you that.
Take you on a ride that you shan't forget anytime soon. There's still some songs on here
making up words since day one.
I want to make sure most of them are mentioned in this review, if not all. One of the first things I noticed was
good for you. I really appreciate that, man.
Epic,
looking out for us.
This like
I do like the
metal
Boston
style,
shirt.
fast-paced instrumental breakdown.
You're telling the audience like I listen to this type of classic rock.
Another thing the songs seem to be a bit more guitar-driven.
Yeah, you know that's something I still do today. You know, I'm watching a review of a Journey album, so I'm wearing a social distortion shirt.
Would be on the song "Edge of the Moment." There's just this monster of a riff in the beginning that actually sounds more like a repeated solo.
Funny thing is, that's
Fits
something
so
I
well
might
with
still
the-
write into a
with
script.
the vocal
No,
numbers.
it's good.
There's
You
also
use
this
the
weird
monsters. You gotta
spacey
describe it as
synth
such,
and
but-
piano intro on Shane
I
of
gotta hear
Love
this riff.
that leads into just this
You know what's really sad
uncharacteristically
is that when I look
abstract
back at old
lyrics
reviews,
from
like
Neil and
even from like the
Jonathan.
beginning spinner
Some are
reviews,
Arnold's best
the
vocal
stuff I
lines.
say in
There's
it
no
is
beginning,
pretty
there's no
similar.
end.
It's just
There's no
how
self,
I
there's
speak
no
that
end.
causes
An endless
90% of
circle
the
beyond
Well,
rest.
space
that's,
and
I mean, that's
time.
big,
The
yeah.
Sheen of Love defines me.
Oh yeah, oh we missed the part where I recited the entire chorus of that song as if it was so incredibly
the beginning
deep.
of
And
Tantra, the next song,
You
is
should've-
just Journey
you
doing what
should've
they've
sung
been
it.
best known for in the sax.
Sing it.
might as well.
Definitely the most experimental sound on the album lyrically. And the song after that,
Could've
Anything
done
Is
another
Possible,
take of that,
is
man?
definitely the most classic sounding Journey song
I
on the
mean,
album.
You got your point
For
across.
those Resonate, the next song, is definitely the most dark and proggy
I'm still
sounding
convinced
song
that
on
just
the
out
album.
of
It
shock,
starts
there's
with
like a
these
man with a gun.
spacey,
Hashtag
make this
noisy
review.
effects.
Hashtag save Mark Berman. My parents told me that if I was a girl, my name would have been Marina.
No way.
So that just makes a whole other conspiracy there.
It's all full circle.
But
Yeah,
what that,
topical.
It's kind of vague. They're not afraid to leave this guess. The next song, She's a Mystery, is a bit of an odd.
I guess I thought that was a
Starts out as
compliment.
simple,
That's vague.
acoustic
Vague.
guitar
Yeah,
driven
I like my
romantic
music
pop
vague.
song, but definitely fits
Nondescript.
well with the mainstream pop rock of today. They can even hear it.
Oh, the mainstream pop rock. This is
What was the
I-
mainstream pop rock?
Big,
of 21?
heavy rock.
I have no idea. I guess like I was watching a lot of VH1 and thought like Gavin DeGraw had all the songs from top 5.
Feels probably the
I
most
don't know.
In
upbeat
2011,
song on the album. There's these
But you know, like
pounding drums
VH1,
from
you know,
Dean
promotes artists that no one else cares about.
Very engaging riffs
Like
and
Gavin
vocal
DeGraw.
lines.
Yeah,
Everyone
that
loves
whole thing.
this. Jonathan's string section parts on the keyboards.
And, like,
really
Journey-
It's like if I can tell if it's on keyboard, then they're
It's
going to do a good job.
And
Or
like a band
should I
like
say they
Journey
mean
should
something
not have
different
to
to me
use
every
keyboard
time I
strings,
listen
like
to it.
MIDI strings.
The first
I
two
guess
times
what I
did
assumed was
it,
that I guess
but
my
figured
mindset
it
was that like they have a keyboardist and there's strings and the keyboards can do strings.
But
So
then
my
the second,
I don't know.
Oh,
next
yeah.
few times,
Okay,
I
well.
thought it was critique on our dependence on technology. And now I think it's a critique of organized religion. It's just going around all over the place.
Lots
And
of topics.
before anyone says I'm overanalyzing anything, they did say in an
I'm
interview, I believe I read,
You cannot
that
overanalyze
they're
Journey.
going for a deeper lyrical.
I still think this is a great album, by the way. I just want to make this clear. This is still a super underrated album. Like, legitimately, they're coming by here in a couple months, and I was disappointed when I looked at Zealous.fm and saw they weren't playing anything from this album.
And I have not heard the album, so I can grill the album as much as I want because I haven't heard it.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's great,
lyrics,
but
and I also love the backing vocals.
I still think you should have
for a
also
song
gone on
that
a tangent
isn't
about
usually very notable.
commenting on religion.
And now
It should have been like a 7-minute tangent.
Honestly, I probably could have found something about that in there.
So he's soaring instrumental with huge.
I feel like I've said soaring like 5
which
times.
leads me to a couple gripes about the album. I think it should have been
Lay into
11
it, man.
tracks instead of 12. In that,
11?
I believe the
12?
two of them
I think
make
it
it
says,
sound
like, 10.
diminished.
Oh, 10. So
Should-
it's too bloated.
I think I just didn't understand the concept of
I was
a
a bit
priest
disappointed by
because
the fade out after
there was like a song and then the last song was just an instrumental based on a riff from that song.
Ah.
I mean, it just has this epic feel to it that
Epic feel,
perfectly
monster
complements the
riffs,
music.
soaring melody.
So yeah, they're
Now,
not
now I'm just
necessarily
saying
leaving
the
old
stuff you
fans
see on the
behind.
lyrics of a Journey
I'd say
album.
more they're challenging their flexibility and
You're
open-mindedness
just
to
gonna
new
start
styles.
reading from the
if
little
that makes any
booklet.
sense.
Not that you actually
My
have the album,
favorites-
because as we saw earlier, you just have a little
not
printout
to be
of
honest,
the
I mean,
album.
it was just consistent.
I didn't even
great
put it on a good
concept
quality
art
printing
feel
setting.
Like,
in this
you could have just done
entire
it in black and white.
fantastic album. And as for a rating, I go pretty high. I go as far as to say I give it a 9.3.
That's very specific.
That wasn't even my most incremented rate scoring system. Toward the beginning of Spinner Reviews, it was out of 100.
There
Oh,
will probably
really?
be more reviews
Yeah,
in the
so,
future.
in a way, this is
I
also
can't
about
really
100.
promise it'll be that
Yeah, I
often,
mean, yeah, you
but
can see.
Oh, I can't promise to be all that often. Yeah, you're gonna stop it after November, and then just give it up
and
until
I shall close this
2014.
with having this
I do like the
picture on the album
9.3.
cover.
Oh, you got to go one more time.
Oh, yeah, you gotta bring it closer so we can. That was nice.
That must have been some attempt at a joke.
That was like some professional cinematography
Okay.
with that. How did you decide on 9.3? Like did you think maybe 9.4 and then you bumped it down to a 9.3?
I was thinking 9.35, but just because I was kind of on the fence.
I mean, I know plenty of albums that I would call 9.3s. So I think it's just a thing you know. Like, oh, that's a 9.3.
Well, I mean, Pitchfork does the same thing.
Yeah.
But is it really a positive
To
comparison?
be fair, I do think that was better than Pitchfork.
Thank you.
I don't think you mentioned Radiohead once.
I probably should, because honestly, they kind of took a Radiohead-ish step on this album.
Really?
Now that I think about it.
How does this album compare to Journey's old stuff.
It's probably one of their best, honestly. I still think it's super underrated. Then again, I haven't listened to it in full in a couple years, but you know, if I loved it that much then, surely I'll still love it 5 years later, judging by who I was then.
Okay. Between the soaring melodies and the monster riffs, what would you say you preferred about the
And the
album?
epic feels?
Yeah, and the epic
No,
feels.
the epic feels.
There's like, okay, so out of those three, it would be the epic feels.
I give it an epic feels out of Monster Riff.
Okay, wow. That should be the benchmark for your reviews from now on. Out of Monster Riff.
No, it would be out of Driving Grooves and Infectious Melodies now.
Okay, wow. That's a lot of adjectives.
A lot of adjectives followed by nouns.
So should I...
Do you guys see why I'm not doing as many reviews now? It just becomes Mad Libs after a while.
Should I listen to this album?
Yes.
Which is sorry, what is it called?
It's called Eclipse.
No. It's called Eclipse 153. Because you can't just write it as Eclipse. That's not rock and roll enough. That's not edgy enough.
Well, now we're just roasting Journey.
I can roast Journey.
Fine.
Because you gotta...
Yeah.
Really, you gotta stick it to the man with your album titles.
Oh,
if
for
they
sure.
wrote Eclipse, I don't think anybody would have listened to it. I think if they had written it ECLIPSE, you would have rated it like a 5.3.
Probably.
Maybe a 5.4.
I mean, you know, they have just done one-word album titles in the past. Like ones before that were like Generations, Revelation.
Right.
This wasn't a nation. It was words and numbers. It was like a really creative password.
Oh yeah, it is. It does look like something I would use.
Like a screen name in 1998.
A Call of Duty gamer tag. If there was like a couple X's on either end, you know.
420.
Yeah, XX, Blaze It 420, Eclipse 53.
Stoned in Love 420.
Exactly, and then that person then goes and plays COD and like talks about people's moms.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what this album title.
Hey, going back to 2011, that was a pretty common thing back then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys. So bottom line, this was fun to do.
Yeah.
I will never watch this again. I will hopefully not make it private out of insecurity, but who knows. Anyway, Christian, tell them about your stuff.
Okay.
Let's plug your stuff.
Okay. First of all, thank you for bringing me to do this video.
No problem.
So my name is Christian Marcella. Maybe you can throw up how that's spelled on the screen at some point.
Bandcamp link
Yeah,
here
it'll be
in the
there.
description, wherever it is.
Yes, check out my Bandcamp. I do just have a short EP out. If you enjoy any kind of like electronic alternative, maybe instrumental post-rock type feel.
Not ambient, but like atmospheric.
Sure, yeah. I'm a big fan of bands like Radiohead. I love Muse. A lot of electronic stuff. So, you know, if you like...
My mom called.
That's a great ringtone.
Thank you. Hey. Yeah, can we keep it short? I'm filming something now. Okay. Oh. Okay. So the guy that's doing our AC at my mom's house has a band.
Oh no way.
Should we plug them?
Sure, of course.
Okay. What's the band called? The band's called Matcha. MATCHA. I'll link them in the description.
They're my favorite band.
I'm recording a video now, so. Okay. Bye. Okay. And on that note.
Okay.
Thank you for providing the score for that part of the video to tie us over.
Also, if I can mention one more thing.
Sure.
Another link you might want to throw in there. I just played a show in San Diego.
Queen Bees.
Queen Bees. Great venue.
If you guys seen the personal music channel where this review's on, I put up a show I did there. He did the same thing.
Yeah. And so I just uploaded the entire show. I think the whole thing is about 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's about right.
And so if you could throw in a link to that, if you guys want to check that out, it's partially my solo stuff, and then the second half I bring in the rest of my band, and we play a couple banging tunes, if you will.
Okay, and guys, if you enjoyed this, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm not going to be linking this in the description. You're just going to have to find yourself if you're curious enough. Follow me on Twitter for more updates on this kind of stuff. More kind of stuff here and there, including my own music. Hopefully it'll be half as good as this Journey album. And hope you'll see you in the next episode of Spinner Reviews. Bye.
Later.
So without further ado, I got a call from CVS.
Typical. Happens to the best of us.
Hello?
Ask them what they thought of the Journey album.
Do you prefer the earlier Greg Rowley days? This happened twice today. They just did nothing.
CVS has your personal phone number.
Oh, there's an ad because God knows I'm making all kinds of bank off this.
Spend your summer vacation, but then like,
You might want to put it
talk
louder.
about it.
Maybe a little louder. Do I really want the neighbors to know about this though?
Yes.